Good afternoon. Welcome to the Canandaigua Academy Theater. If the fire alarm should sound, please proceed to the nearest exit located at the left and right front and rear of the theater. Please turn off all audio tones on cell phones and all other electronic devices. Thank you and enjoy the performance.
For just a second now, Clary. Welcome to Canandaigua Academy for the Finger Lakes Regional Honor Band performance. My name is Carrie Burke and I'm an administrator here at Canandaigua Academy. On behalf of the entire district, it's my pleasure to welcome you here today. And also thank you for wearing your mask, which I'll put my back on in just a moment, while you're inside the building so that this wonderful performance can take place today. Today we gather both in person and virtually as we have visitors from home. We are here to celebrate the return of live music to our schools. We all know that since the March of 2020, life has not been the same for any of us, but it is such a joy to be in a shared space to experience a live performance. While we are still not back to normal, at least we're moving in that direction. I would like to congratulate the students that you see on stage before you. Students, your participation is evidence of your dedication to your instrument and your love of music, even in trying times. Thank you for being here and sharing all of your gifts with us. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Greg Kane. Greg is the chairperson of this honor band, our lead teacher for the Canandaigua Music Department, and a beloved teacher here at the Academy. He created this honor band opportunity for students across the Finger Lakes region because he's a champion for music in our schools. It is because of his passion and determination that we are here today. Please join me in welcoming and thanking Mr. Greg Kane.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so delightful to be here. We are going to start this afternoon's performance with a performance of the Star Spangled Banner. If you mind standing and leaving your headgear if appropriate. Thank you so much. What a thrill it has been to bring students together from different school districts to make music again. When we started having these conversations in our district, if it would be possible and if we would feel safe and comfortable doing so, I got tremendous support from our superintendent, Mr. Farr, and certainly our building principal, Ms. Marissa Lowe. I want to thank those two individuals so much for supporting this as an opportunity for kids in our region. When we got the go-ahead, I knew there was only one person who could be the guy to be the healer in this moment. And that's Mr. Tiberio. And Bill Tiberio is certainly a beloved and a very well-known educator and performer in the Rochester region. He currently teaches at Fairport High School, Geneseo, the University of Rochester. He might still be at Ithaca College. He has spent time teaching at Finger Lakes Community College. If you know a musician, chances are it's like 6 degrees of separation. Somebody you know is connected with Bill. So it's been a real delightful experience to have watched him work with these students for 6 hours in preparation of this afternoon. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tiberio and the 2021 Finger Lakes Honor Band.
Thank you all so much. I am kind of overcome because it's been a couple years since we've had a chance to do anything like this, and these students came together and they really, really wanted to play. Can't you tell? Like it's just right there. And we have 20 different schools here, and one thing I've always talked about in these settings, it seems like it's been forever since we've had a setting like this, but I always talk about how when we usually have opportunities to meet with students from other schools, it's in some kind of competitive arena, a sporting thing, or a math club meet, or something, where we're competing with each other, and this is the exact opposite of competition. This is collaboration at the maximum degree of the word. And we get to realize that the things that we work on for music and the arts are the same things all around the world. And so we recognize our commonality when we get chances to see each other in this setting. So it's kind of a microcosm of how things can work when people have shared goals. And the musical goals that we've had have really been simple, which has been to create a band that exists for 23 hours. That's all we have, from 3 o'clock yesterday till about 2 o'clock today. And it'll never be the same. We'll never have this group together. So it has to be so powerfully meaningful, and it has been for me. So I want to thank the musicians on the stage for that commitment to this and for giving of themselves on this weekend. It's just been fantastic. The Dancing Again piece couldn't be a better or more appropriate title because it was written by my friend Bill Volange, who's an incredible writer, former music teacher, musician, amazing trombone player, and an amazing person who lives in Oswego. He retired from the Oswego City School, high school band program about 10 years ago. And he's writing, and the COVID epidemic has given him some chances to do more writing. But right before COVID, he wrote this piece for the Camillus Community Concert Band, which is a group of adults. And he entitled it Dancing Again, meaning it's an opportunity to go back to the arts for many of these musicians and to start playing their instruments again. So he wrote it for that ensemble. And what an appropriate theme for us now. We are dancing again. We are coming back together. And this is it was a great way to start. So thank you to Bill Volange. He's probably watching on the live stream here. He's not here, is he? Somebody said he might be able to come. So he is hopefully watching. We're sending him gratitude for that amazing overture we did. So this next piece is by another really passionate composer named Rossano Galante, who writes for film. He lives in Buffalo, but he writes for the West Coast films. He's got studio connections all over the world and in Los Angeles. And his music has been played on TV and in movies all through these last decades. And his writing for band reflects some of that kind of John Williams-esque writing. This is called Transcendent Journey, another great title for the act of being able to come together like this. This is Transcendent Journey by Rossano Galante. One of the hardest things about the masks is you can't see them smiling. And I said, you have to show with your eyes that you are having fun when you're playing a piece like that. Also that they're trying really hard. There's concentration. It almost looks like they're a little bit angry and sad. So it's hard to not see the lower halves of their faces. Before we do the next piece, I want to thank Greg Kane specifically. He's not just a visionary for this event, but he is so passionate about music education. We're so fortunate if you're connected to him here. And I've known him for years, and we played music out in the professional world, but we've shared ideas and commiserated through COVID together. And he is so passionate about his students and his program here. So he gives 100% all the time. And he follows a really wonderful friend and a mentor to both of us, Tom Davis, who was here for about 20 years, doing the same thing, giving his best, an amazing talent, amazing mind. I want to mention, I'm going to put a shameless plug in at this point, that Greg's band and an ensemble that I can put together from this area is going to perform at the Fort Hill Performing Arts Center. You're all invited. It's on the first Saturday of February, which I believe is February 5th. I could be wrong. It's either the 5th or the 6th. It's a Saturday. And his jazz band and a professional band that I'm going to put together with musicians from this area is going to play a concert at Fort Hill Performing Arts Center. Just curiosity, how many of you have been to that space yet? None of you. Okay, so maybe 3. So that is a beautiful space right here in Canandaigua that the Finger Lakes region needs to support. And it's about a 400-seat auditorium where it's got a professional stage, professional lights, sound, and the whole thing. And it's in the old middle school from Canandaigua. And so there's going to be more and more music there. We're going to try to get the school involved on February 5th with Greg's group and a professional band. So, but I want to thank Greg for his passion. I think that those of you that know him and the students who don't know him have had a chance through this experience to see and benefit from his passion. So I'm so glad to be friends with him and so glad to be supportive of his programs here. This next piece is by Julie Giroux, one of my favorite composers, and the inspiration, the genesis of this piece is something very, very sad. It was dedicated to the loss of a young woman who was the daughter of an iconic wind band conductor and composer named Ray Kramer. So the source of the music comes from the worst pain possible. But the music is absolutely gorgeous. And so the result, I always feel like when we play a piece that had the memory of someone who has been lost, that we're somehow honoring that person and connecting with that person. So this is a beautiful tribute to a young woman who lost her life, and it's called One Life Beautiful by Julie Giroux. next one is soulful and wonderful in a very different way. At times it's extremely raw, and it derives from some rock style. Minimalist Dances by Matt Conaway is composed with small fragments of music. And minimalism as an art form, visual or musical, draws inspiration from small chunks of music and layers. So right away you start hearing these layers, and they build, and later it just gets really, really raucous and fun. So we've had a great time playing this one. It's got kind of a real guttural feeling, almost primal at times, and we've enjoyed the primality of this. So this is Minimalist Dances by Matt Conaway. after that, we have kind of built in an encore, because you wanted one. You wanted an encore. And we're going to do a 100-year-old march, a traditional march that's in the Sousa style. Not by Sousa, but by a Sousa contemporary. And it's just a beautifully put together march that includes the national anthem in it. It's called National Emblem. Before we go, I want to wish everybody the healthiest and happiest Thanksgiving week coming up. We've got a short week at school, and we hope that this time is one of rest for people and kind of taking a step back and being with the people you love. We also want to welcome anybody that's been tuning in live on Facebook. I'm hoping that this has been projected all over the country, that people might have been able to watch their loved ones up here and share this in the moment. And it will be available on the website, the Canandaigua School website after this too, so you can share it later as well. So thank you so much for your support. Huge thank you to the students. I've had the best time. I just have had the best time. It's been inspiring and it's been fun for all of us. So thank you so much for putting this weekend together here at Canandaigua and being participating with it. We had 15, 20 music teachers here all weekend, just here to support their kids. So thank you to the teachers that helped the kids get ready, brought them here, and supported them and participated in the most meaningful of ways. So our friends in all the different schools, thank you so much for bringing the kids here. One more tune, this is National Emblem. It's really great to be here. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity. It's been so much fun.